Before, our estimated turnaround time was about 3 to 4 days, but now with this, it's done in a single day.
Hello friends of FORZA Laser, we're here in Monterrey, Nuevo León, and we're with Bryan Reyes. How are you doing, Bryan? First of all, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having us. So first, tell me a little bit about your role here, what you're passionate about, what your profession is, and how you got into this world, basically into the field of mechanical services.
Well, my name is Bryan Reyes, and I am an electromechanical engineer. I'm 26 years old, and I've been in this field. It's been 6 years now. I started working in thermoelectric plants in industrial maintenance, and from there I focused more on services. A year ago, I joined Grupo Raycy, which provides services to the food grade sector. We are fully dedicated to companies like Jumex, Mondelez, and Hershey's. We're very involved in that area. We provide industrial solutions for anything our clients need. We're fully committed to them, and now whenever they need anything, whether it's maintenance or engineering modifications, we manufacture it and take care of it for them.
Tell me a bit about the processes in general, how those processes have evolved, and when you decided that within those processes there should be a laser metal cutting machine.
We focus a lot on the paperwork for machining services. So the manufacturing times without the machine are very long. There were times when we needed to deliver urgent jobs because we provide industrial services, and most of the time the work is needed from one day to the next.
Of course.
There are times when we have to cut here, do all the development of the part, and then send it out for bending somewhere else, right? To another workshop we have. And it used to take us a long time.
The back and forth took a lot of time.
Yes. So now they finalize the design here, do the cutting, and then send it straight for welding. Before, our estimated time frame was about 3 to 4 days, and now with this, it gets done in a day.
Tell me a bit about how the process was to choose a laser cutter, especially laser technology.
We were looking in the market for which one was the best and most functional for us. In fact, we chose this machine because honestly, we don't have a lot of production work, but the capacity that the Forza one has was the only one that really met our needs, right? And well, that was our approach. That was handled by the General Director, Raul, and he was the one who provided everything for us, right? So I told him, you know what? I need a machine like this. And he was the one who sent me the Forza one. So it saved me a lot of work, it saved me a lot of time, and more than anything, we've gained more clients.
What were the conditions that all the companies had, and why did you choose FORZA Laser?
In fact, you know, that's an important point because there are also cutters from Mexican brands, but the technology you have is the most advanced in our opinion, right? We've worked so much on the software. What really interested me is that you have a database.
Absolutely.
And so it's really great that you already have all the gauges and thicknesses saved. So when your technician came, he was the one who did the installation here. He was the one who filled the database with the gauges we use.
When service is provided, the support and also the installation, well, the technicians, when they install a machine, they adjust the parameters and adapt the machines according to the business lines and the products that are going to be cut at that time.
Exactly. The technician who came here was very helpful, and on top of that, he also provides support via WhatsApp. So whenever my operator has a question, well, he quickly provides support, right? And he has always given us a lot of support because we've had parts. Well, I don't know if they've already shown you the examples, right? Sometimes they have questions about the thicknesses, but honestly, the technician is very, very approachable for us.
Tell me, when the machine arrived, what was the impact at that moment? What were you working on? And what improved in those days after the machine arrived?
In fact, we had a lot of production jobs lined up, so we had to get a lot of parts out. To prepare those parts, we had to make a lot of cuts. And what this machine helps us with, for example, is taking away hours and hours of manual labor and turning them into machine hours, right? And that really helps the people here, so they don't have to do so much work.
The companies you work with, did they place more orders, or did you tell them, you know what, we have a new technology, maybe we can handle more orders?
Yes. In fact, this machine has opened a lot of doors for us to take on more work. Now, we're not just limited to industrial maintenance, but we can also create and manufacture more parts.
What are your expectations for the next 5 years? How do you see the company? What do you think the new innovations will be maybe in your tools?
Actually, Grupo Raycy, as I mentioned, is a company dedicated to industrial services. So we are trying to cover more and more sectors in the food grade industry. Our main strength is the food grade sector, right? We don't limit ourselves to other companies, but food grade that's our specialty.
And which are the strongest brands that trust you and have worked with you for a long time?
Mondelez, which is where they make Oreo cookies. Jumex, the juice company. Hershey's, the chocolate company. Those are the three.
Perfect. What is it that FORZA Laser and the company in general, the interaction with sales, with technical service, with installation, have conveyed to you?
In fact, I think that Forza 1, which is the machine we chose to fit our needs, has been the most satisfying thing we've had in terms of time, cost, and well, benefit, right? Those are three things that really benefited us, and on top of that, it saved us a lot of time. Plus, the specialized technicians you bring in to set up, guide, and train us, well, you really don't need anything else, right?
Okay.
So it's definitely recommended, right? If you want to optimize in terms of time, costs, and even consumables, because honestly, you don't spend much.
For those who aren't sure whether to get laser technology in general, what would you tell them?
You have to break down those barriers because sometimes we get stuck with old technologies and well, we need to keep adapting, right? So we have to let new technologies come in and keep learning because they're what make our work so much easier.
That's right, Bryan.
So for me, I highly recommend it, and for my company, it's really optimized a lot of time.
Thank you very much, Bryan. Well, this has been a very pleasant conversation with the operations coordinator at Raycy here, who provides solutions to many companies in Monterrey, Nuevo León. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave a thoughtful comment below, and please give us a big thumbs up. I'm Freddy Cabrera, and this has been FORZA Laser. We appreciate you tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you all again next time.